Hi, I'm Lisa Ann. I am back to talk to you about, do you break molds to reach goals? Do you break molds to reach goals? What am I saying? I am saying, do you take risks? Do you take chances? When I say those words, what really comes to mind? What feeling do you get? These feelings of dread, feelings of overwhelm, feelings, positive things? Are you motivated, inspired by it? Do you break molds to get those goals? So let's get into this. Our brains are so easily distracted. We have so many things, as you know, and I always say because I work with children as well, so I always say to the children, back in my day, we didn't have sat-navs, we had an A to Z. Well, back in my day, we only had a few music channels. We didn't even have all the channels. We've got so many distractions. And to clear your mind of all of that, above all of the noise, must be something that's really difficult to do. And I know I find that challenging. So it's really important that we understand the distractions that are around us and stay focused on what it is we want to achieve. How do we do that? Well, actually, you need to have some goals, because if you don't write these goals down, it's not a goal. It's just a thought. We have over, I think it's 10,000 thoughts a day. It's a lot going on. I think it may be way more than that, actually. So if you have so many thoughts a day, and what you really want is within all of those thoughts, what do you think is going to happen to that thought by the end of the day, by the time you lie down and go to sleep? It's going to disappear, yeah? So you need to write it down, because that's when it becomes a goal. Hopefully you've got that. It's down on paper. Now what do? You need to create some kind of plan. Again, write it down. If you don't write it down, you're not affirming it to yourself that it is possible. And if you've watched my video about what do you think about, you will understand that. I'm going to stop there. You will understand that, okay? So make sure you write that down. Then you've got your steps. Then what do you think needs to come next? You need to take action. Don't sit down and procrastinate. Don't start thinking, how am I going to do this? Just take action. As Dame Dash says on one of his interviews that I saw, you have to figure it out. Every entrepreneur has had to figure things out, haven't they? Nothing is got a foolproof blueprint that necessarily fits with our personalities, fits with our brands. So you have to figure it out. Just give it a try. That's why I'm here. I don't necessarily have the perfect background, but I'm here because I want to share a message with you. So you have to focus on what you do have. You have to then write it down, and then you have to take some kind of action. This will lead you to the place where you will not continually be distracted, because you have something written down that you can refer to. Now, a goal without a time scale, we all know, and if you're watching this video, you may already know about the SMART goals. They've got to be measurable, they've got to be achievable, you've got to have small wins along the way, okay? So make sure that what you're writing down is something that is achievable, it is measurable, and you know when you've reached it. I find often that when I work with clients, I always ask them the question, well, what will it look like? What will it feel like when you've reached your goal? And in fact, the majority of my clients still struggle to answer that. So I'm going to challenge you a little bit and say, when you've written down this goal, I also want you to write down what it's going to look like when you get there. You've got to have some idea of this. Otherwise, you will never affirm to yourself that you've actually achieved it. And then you will become more distracted. Yeah? So what we're trying to do is clear away all the things that are irrelevant to your goal, so you can focus on them, get the work done, and then you can walk away with the trophy. I've been Lisa Ann, your confidence coachess, and I will see you next time. God bless.